Hi, welcome to another rendition of Whiskey Wednesday, brought to you by Rob Tate. Just wanted to bring forth a really cool bottle. So a few episodes ago, if you're one of my extreme watchers, thank you, Mom, you will notice that my father went to Kentucky and picked up a bunch of bottles for him and myself and pulled out the lead on our little bottle war of who has more. And one of those bottles was this Kentucky Bluegrass that he gave me. So the really cool thing about Kentucky Bluegrass is a number of years ago, for those of you who don't know, my day job isn't whiskey, right? By the way, Facebook, I don't sell it. I'm not distributing it. I got banned on Facebook for like 3 days because they thought I was selling this stuff, and really I'm just talking about it. Anyway, so we were in Kentucky analyzing a development project that we were going to invest into. And while we're doing so, we're like, hey, let's go around and check out some distilleries. So we just pulled open our phone and we said, distilleries near us. And this was the closest one, right? And so we walked over to him, we knocked on the door, and the lead distiller answers the door and he's like, can I help you? And we're like, yeah, we heard that there's a distillery here and we'd like to check it out. And he's like, really? Okay. So he lets us in. It's a little small showroom at the time. And what we didn't know is we kind of ran into him the first year. Right? And so they had the little sales room. It's all about gin. It's all about vodka because they're just beginning their process. They're just making their cornmeal and doing that. And so they're not bottling this stuff yet. And so he's like, well, I'll take you back. And so the tour consists of going over to this section of the room where he shows us the pot distill. And he goes over to this section of the room where he shows us the next process. And so, by the way, it's all 4 quarters. So it's sales, right? An entrance, and that's our tour, and we thought it was really cute and quaint. But we were able to, try things. Like he opened up, and we were able to try things right from the source, and that was really cool. And my mom actually she fell in love with it. Like at the time, their label was a Kentucky Bluegrass little jockey on it with a sash. So a few years later, when we were visiting the project, we went back and they had their first round of bourbon. She's like, I got to get it. And so we got it. We enjoyed it. We don't have evidence of that because we enjoyed it. And then we kind of went away. And then 2 years later, we went back. We couldn't find it. We thought they might have closed down, etc. And then when Dad was out hunting, he found them here, right? And he found them bigger, better, stronger, faster. And so this is kind of cool because I feel like that guy that discovered a really great band before everyone else knew it existed. Yeah, like I'm claiming that right now. So let's try some Kentucky Bluegrass. So reading up on these guys, they're huge into supporting charities. Like you can buy a barrel, through their charity program and auction the barrel off. They contribute a lot to their community, their society. They're really ingrained into the Lexington neighborhood, city area. And, as somebody else who owns a charity and works in that arena, I just think it's really cool when local businesses give back to the community that gives so much to them. So anyway, let's go ahead and try some Bluegrass 10 years later. Oh, this is tasty. It has that Kentucky bourbon vibe. It is smooth, yet finishes strong. It's caramely. It's vanilla-y, and they kind of ease in and mix in together. It starts caramel, then it goes vanilla. And it's not blueberry. It's like blackberry. Kind of finishes off with a little bit of blackberry bite to it. And again, I don't read the flavor profiles of most of these. I know my taste palette is a little different than most people's, but that's kind of what I get from it. This bottle was just really cool and personal to me and my family, and I'm just really happy I got to share it with you guys. So if you happen to see a bottle of Kentucky Bluegrass, they're not big enough yet to start distilling here in like Colorado or distributing here in Colorado. But if you're in Kentucky, pick up a bottle of this. These guys are doing great. They made it, and they make a fantastic bourbon, especially for only being a 10-year-old distiller. Cheers. Welcome to Whiskey Wednesday.